Hey everyone, this is Bernard. Thank you for joining me in my music room today for another video. First of all, I sincerely thank each and every one of you who watched my previous videos, commented on them, or subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. So, this is my entry for Robert Z's January contest. Just to sum it up quickly, Robert got his inspiration for this contest from the famous Mount Rushmore National Memorial in South Dakota, USA. The giant sculpture features the heads of 4 American presidents. So now Robert invites us to imagine that some professional sculptor offers us the opportunity to create a small version of that to display in our music room. Except this work of art would feature the heads of our 4 favorite vocalists. Now let me tell you this, that was hard. Very fun, but hard. I'll mention a few runner-ups, and then I'll reveal my picks. The thing is, vocalists can move you in many different ways. You have the great classic rock singers like Paul Rodgers of Bad Company and Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin, who influenced countless of others. Also, some singers have an atypical voice that may be an acquired taste. Sometimes that's what makes them distinctive and interesting to me. For example, I really enjoy Tom Petty. And along the same lines, I love Mark Knopfler, both as the frontman of Dire Straits and as a solo artist. I bonded with those voices, and it's like meeting an old friend when I hear them. Also, I love when bands have more than one voice, like Styx, who had Dennis DeYoung and Tommy Shaw, an amazing duo. And I love female voices as well. Beyond the usual suspects, I'd like to mention Patti Smythe, the voice of Scandal and a solo artist. Not to be confused with Patti Smith, who is also amazing, of course. But I always thought that Patti Smythe sounded wonderful. There's Jimmy Jamison, who became Survivor's frontman on Vital Signs in 1984. To my ears, he had a perfect voice for AOR. This is Never Too Late, his album that he released in 2012. Sorry. In hard rock, Sebastian Bach, the leader of Skid Row, is magnificent. I could not believe it the first time I heard I Remember You. And very rarely you have vocalists who have such a strong charisma that they are totally mesmerizing, as if they come from another planet. Do I need to say his name? I could go on and on. So, who did I pick as my 4 favorite vocalists for my Mount Rushmore? My first selection is a singer who elevates my spirit and leads me to different worlds, so to speak. It's John Anderson, who's best known for his tenure in Yes. The song Soon is a wonderful example of what I mean. It's actually an extract from The Gates of Delirium that takes a whole side on Relayer from 1974. I'll put a link below for a clip on YouTube. I also selected Steve Perry for my Mount Rushmore. Steve is such a natural talent. He has soul, his technique is top-notch, and his voice has an incredibly distinctive texture. Steve came back. He came back last year with the album Traces, that I like quite a bit. He had basically left the business after Journey's Trial by Fire in 1996. But later, Steve lost his girlfriend who had cancer. Before she died in 2012, she made him promise to make a return, and he kept that promise. I really recommend that you check out also the song Mother, Father from when he was in Journey. I'll put a link below to a live version recorded in Houston in 1981. My third vocalist for my Mount Rushmore is none other than Freddie Mercury. What can I say about Freddie Mercury other than he was the complete package? This is News of the World by Queen. When I mentioned Michael Jackson's charisma earlier, we're in the same league with Freddie. What an incredible vocalist, frontman, and entertainer. My fourth pick will be no surprise to those who watched my previous videos. His voice had the most beautiful tone, timbre, or color that I can think of. Singers with wonderful tone abound in the world of recorded music, but for me, personally, one singer had the most appealing voice. Brad Delp, the main vocalist associated with the band Boston, is my fourth and last pick. It's a pity that he appears on so few recordings. His voice has similarities with Paul McCartney's voice. As a matter of fact, Brad was a huge fan of the Fab Four, and he was also performing with a Beatles tribute band called Beetlejuice. This is a Master Sound 24-karat gold disc of Boston's sophomore album, Don't Look Back. So there you go, folks. You see, it's very difficult to rate a singer based only on his or her individual abilities. So obviously, I'm greatly influenced by how much I like the songs that they actually sing. I hope you enjoyed my entry for Robert Z's January contest. I intend to check out as many entries as possible, and I would be pleased to interact with all of you in the comments section. Robert, again, thank you for this opportunity. Until next time.